Hey, you right team, how's it going? So we are back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at how powerful is the Indian Army. Really looking forward to this, but remember, click the subscription button, give us a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. But let's get into it.
India's military. This force not only protects one of the world's largest populations, but also holds a strategic position at the
Power index, United States number 1, no surprise there. Russia number 2, I can't see that being true, especially after the Ukrainian war, so this could be old. China number 3, yep. India number 4, I wonder if that's to do with the amount of manpower they've got. 5, UK, that's all done on technology and money, like financial backing, and obviously just pure skills and drills in our history, because we have a very small military. India have a very large military, populations over 1 billion. South Korea, yeah. Pakistan, yeah. Be interesting to see the rest of that list. What do you think of that list? Give us a comment in below.
crossroads of Asia. As tensions rise and alliances shift, understanding the strength and capabilities of India's military is more critical than ever. This video will focus on key factors such as the financial backing, worldwide standing, and advanced weaponry in the Indian military's arsenal across its army, air force, and navy. But before we dive in, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button because your feedback helps us a lot to produce better videos. Now let's find out, how powerful is India's military? India's geographical...
So before we get into this, I'm really interested in this because as we know, India is a very large country, massive. Look at the size of it there on the map. But population of over 1 billion, but they've got a lot of their population in poverty, but then they've also got their billionaires, and you know, standard in every country, you got the wealthy, but they do have a lot of poverty over there, and you know, a lot of people are struggling. So I'd be very interested on, you know, kit and equipment, financial backing when it comes to their military, especially as they're so high on the power index. What do you think? Do you think, you know, they're going to be powerful? Give us a comment below.
Location places it at the epicenter of regional power dynamics.
Yep.
Sharing borders with countries like Pakistan, China, and Nepal.
So very, let's review that quickly. Pakistan, we're very high on the power index, very large country. We have a lot of terrorism, so there's a big issue there. Nepal, very small, but some of the best soldiers in the world who go through one of the toughest selections just to be a standard soldier, not to be special forces, just to be a standard Gurkha, British soldier within the British Army. The Nepalese have to go through a very tough selection compared to the British. And then obviously you've got China, another powerhouse. So they are very surrounded, and there's a lot going on with this border, which I'm sure we'll find out.
Like Pakistan, China, and Nepal, means India operates in a neighborhood rich in both opportunity and challenges.
See?
The northern mountain ranges, the western deserts, and the extensive coastlines add another layer of complexity to India's defense strategy.
So yeah, training in all those sort of scenarios is going to be tough.
Security issues aren't in short supply either. India faces a range of challenges that include territorial disputes, cross-border terrorism, and maritime security concerns. The tension along its northern borders with China and the persistent issues with Pakistan to the west are not mere footnotes. They are chapters in the ongoing narrative of India's defense policy. Each of these elements contributes to India's unique geopolitical stance, creating a landscape that calls for a military force as complex and adaptable as the challenges it faces. Money talks, and in the realm of defense, it speaks volumes. In fiscal year 2022 to 2023, India allocated approximately $69 billion to its defense sector.
Jeez.
This considerable investment ranks it among the top 5 countries in terms of defense spending, following closely behind the United States and China.
Jeez, look at that. So, that's pretty incredible. The US are just on another level, aren't they?
It's crucial to note that the US defense budget is in the ballpark of $816 billion, and China's is around $224 billion, which places India's financial commitment into perspective. Breaking down India's budget reveals a tiered allocation system. A significant part, nearly 56%, is devoted to the Indian Army, the largest branch of the armed forces. The Air Force receives about 23%, and the Navy gets approximately 15%, with the remainder allocated for research, development, and other military functions. India boasts the world's second-largest military force and the world's largest volunteer army, with over 1.4 million active personnel and an additional 1.1 million in reserve.
That's a pretty big number when you consider the British Army is around 70-odd thousand, regular reserve slightly more, around that. Then you've got the Navy Air Force, just over 100,000, I reckon. We're a very, very small military force, pretty much a defence force. But obviously the budget we spend, the kit and equipment we have puts us up quite high, and so does our history. It's got to help, definitely. Indians, 1.4 and 1.1 is massive. That's a huge number of people you could put towards operations and war if you really needed to, because they're active and ready. And then you've got a massive population you can draw from as well.
This immense force is divided into three primary branches: the Indian Army, the Indian Navy, and the Indian Air Force. The lion's share belongs to the Indian Army, which fields over 1.2 million active personnel. In contrast, the Indian Navy and the Indian Air Force have over 67,000 and 139,000 active personnel, respectively.
Still a lot.
These military personnel are a testament to India's diversity, hailing from various backgrounds and walks of life. Known globally for their bravery, commitment, and sacrifices, Indian soldiers are not only vital for safeguarding the nation's borders against external threats, but also play an indispensable role in maintaining internal security. Their expertise extends beyond national borders, as they have been pivotal in numerous international peacekeeping missions. Delving deeper into the demographics of this massive force, the average Indian soldier is 23 years old. Remarkably, over 10% of these soldiers are women, placing India at the forefront, with the world's largest number of female soldiers.
Very good.
For their unwavering service and dedication, Indian soldiers are decorated with a range of medals and honors. India's military consistently ranks among the top 5 global powers in multiple defense indices. These rankings take into account a range of metrics such as technological prowess, the scale of manpower, and strategic capabilities.
I totally agree with that in a minute. From what I'm seeing, I don't know how accurate this footage is, but from what I'm seeing, they've got some top kit and equipment, some very high technical sort of, aircraft carriers. You've got your fighter jets, and we'll see what else they've got. Manpower. I remember when they used to come and do, I've never worked with the Indian Army, but they used to do camping patrol all the time, if I remember correctly. And they used to get gold. They used to have a team that trained all year round pretty much, but they would send them over and they'd always get gold, and they'd do really, really well. And their models were just out of this world. But from what I'm seeing, you can see, kit and equipment wise, they're not too bad off, and it looks like they do some really tough, interesting, high-skilled, high-specialist training.
In comparison to other major military powers like the United States, Russia, and China, India demonstrates a balanced force. While it may lack the technological edge of the United States or the sheer numbers of China, India's military is known for its versatility and adaptability. The ranking criteria incorporate these various aspects to present an accurate reflection of India's defense strengths and weaknesses. Therefore, India's position in the Global Military Index is a direct result of its balanced approach to military development. What about their tools of the trade? Is the advanced equipment key to India's enviable position on the Global Military Index? Yes, absolutely. When it comes to the Indian Army, a range of advanced hardware elevates its capabilities. One standout is the T-90S Bhishma tank, an embodiment of armor and firepower designed for intense battlefield scenarios.
That's a good tank to have, sorry, but like I said, there's a lot of India that are in poverty, and they've got a huge defence budget, and that is a good tank to have backing you up, considering.
Offering a blend of speed and protection, it serves as a cornerstone in ground offensives. Equally significant is the Akash missile system, capable of neutralizing aerial threats with pinpoint accuracy. Serving as a shield for ground troops and strategic installations, it is indispensable for air defense. The HAL Rudra helicopter provides another layer of support. A versatile flying machine fitted with an array of armaments, it performs various roles from reconnaissance to direct combat. Completing the quartet is the Dhanush howitzer, a modern artillery system with remarkable range and accuracy. It brings the power of long-distance shelling to the Indian Army's repertoire. What about India's skies? The Indian Air Force's inventory features an impressive collection of aircraft, each tailored for specific operational needs. Taking center stage is the Sukhoi Su-30 MKI, a twin-engine multi-role fighter that excels in air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. Its versatility makes it a crucial component in India's aerial strategy. Next on the list is the Rafale fighter jet, a symbol of speed and agility. With its advanced avionics and superior maneuverability, the Rafale enhances the Indian Air Force's striking capabilities. The heavy lifting is done by the C-17 Globemaster III.
Very good to have. C-17, very impressive.
A military transport aircraft designed for rapid strategic delivery of troops and all types of cargo. Its capacity for heavy payloads makes it invaluable for logistical support. Rounding out the fleet is the AH-64E Apache helicopter.
That's it. Got the Apache, you win. If you've got them, you know you're doing all right. One of the best helicopters, weapon systems there is out there by far.
Armed for both anti-armor and close air support roles, this helicopter offers a blend of fire and precision, serving as an indispensable airborne combat asset.
Brilliant.
Together, these aircraft represent a balanced and robust air capability for India, meeting the diverse demands of modern aerial warfare. Indians are also powerful on the seas. The Indian Navy boasts a mix of surface ships and subsurface assets, making it a formidable maritime force. At the helm is the INS Vikramaditya aircraft carrier, a floating airbase capable of projecting power far beyond India's shores.
Massive.
Its presence alone is often enough to deter potential maritime aggressors. Submerged beneath the waves is the INS Chakra submarine, a nuclear-powered vessel equipped for stealth and extended underwater operations.
So they've got nuclear submarines as well. They've got a lot more than what I was expecting.
Capabilities make it a silent yet lethal guardian of India's maritime borders. The BrahMos anti-ship missile adds another dimension to naval warfare. Engineered for speed and precision, this missile can neutralize surface threats at considerable distances, making it a key element in naval engagements. Last but not least is the INS Sahyadri stealth frigate, designed for a multitude of roles including anti-submarine warfare and air defense. Its stealth technology minimizes radar detection, offering an element of surprise in tactical operations. Each of these naval assets plays a pivotal role in safeguarding India's maritime interests, collectively ensuring a multi-layered defense strategy. From sea to sky, India's defense capabilities are formidable, but what comes next is truly exciting. While traditional military assets like tanks and aircraft carriers hold evident importance, India also invests heavily in unconventional fronts like cybersecurity and space technology.
Very big now.
The Indian cyber forces act as the first line of defense against digital threats, safeguarding critical infrastructure and data. Trained to counter cyber espionage, cyber terrorism, and cyber warfare, these units work to secure India's digital footprint, a task increasingly vital in an interconnected world.
For those that don't realise, cybersecurity and cyber technology, it's just becoming massive now, and they're getting very hot on it in the British Army. It is big, and the space stuff's going to be big as well. You've got to watch this space; it's really coming, and you've got to be really careful when you're out and about. And I'm not surprised they're spending quite a bit of money and effort into this.
From the virtual to the cosmic, the GSAT satellites represent India's venture into space-based capabilities. These satellites serve various functions, including communication, navigation, and surveillance. The importance of space assets has grown manifold, especially considering their role in real-time communication and intelligence gathering during military operations. Though different in their nature and operational theaters, both cybersecurity and space technology are critical to India's defense strategy, offering a glimpse into the future of modern warfare. In conclusion, India's military strength is a blend of historical legacy and forward-looking innovation. With a firm foundation on land, sea, and air, and an eye towards the future realms of cybersecurity and space, India remains a key player in the global defense landscape. Its dedication to security, both domestically and globally, showcases its commitment to peace and stability. As the geopolitical dynamics evolve, India's military prowess ensures it remains not just a regional sentinel, but a global guardian. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please...
Yeah, very, very impressed with that. Just open your eyes to sort of what kit and equipment they do have. Their budget is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I know they're constant battle on their borders at the minute, and it's really, really tough. Not 100% sure, what they're actually like when they work tactically, but they have got some very good sort of fire support, helicopters, fast air, tanks that are really supporting their sort of frontline troops. And there's a lot of budget, and hopefully that goes into the kit and equipment they actually use personally as well. That'd be very interesting to know. Might have to find a video on exactly what sort of a standard sort of infantry soldier would sort of carry within the Indian military. Very interesting that. If you have that video, let me know. Very impressed with how high they are in the power rankings. Do you think that's accurate? Let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video. Click that subscription button, and I'll see you soon.